Hello, everyone. We are live today. So let me bring us to the stage. It is myself and Veronica. Good morning, Veronica. How are you today? We are live here on LinkedIn and YouTube. I am reporting live in a conference stage. Long story. I am here live at NMSDC in Atlanta. I am here just kind of capturing information and learning about business. But I think that's what's most relevant about today's conversation is our ability to speak with you as a representative of PSEG Long Island. I'd love for everyone listening to just learn a little bit more about you. So, one, give yourself an intro, and then we can get into the business. Oh, hold on a second. I do not hear you. No, I do not hear you. Let me check your audio. No, I do not. I may be giving permission to StreamYard for you to speak. And so, for everyone listening, Veronica will share some of the work she's doing with PSEG as we work out the audio. She will specifically share some of the programming she's doing with our business development, as well as the small business programming that she offers, the loans and the grants that PSEG provides to support small business owners with brick and mortar stores. But more importantly, thinking about how you can engage with your utility companies if you are thinking about opening a business or thinking about how you can scale your business and what type of support you should be asking for. And for those that are listening that are based in New York City or in other states, really thinking about how you can best leverage your relationship or build relationships with your utility provider. So, Veronica, can you check now and see if you're able to? No, I cannot. I see you are moving, but I cannot. I don't hear the audio. No. Let's see. Muting and no. No, no, no. So we're having a little audio technical issues, everyone. So just tune in and just hold on a second. Um, did you give permission for StreamYard to use your audio? Yes. Um, yeah, it might be the device because it looks like you are added and your audio is fine. So it might be on the computer side. Maybe you want to come back in with a different browser. We use, I'm not advocating any brand, but I find that it works well on my Chrome. It does not work well on my other browsers. Okay, so she's going to come back, everyone. So while we wait for Veronica to join us or rejoin us, what I can share is that I am currently live at the National Minority Supplier Diversity Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. And the reason I'm here on behalf of N18 is because as a leadership development company that really focuses on working with small and medium sized businesses, our service offerings are executive retreats, um, team building activities, as well as group coaching. And our focus has been to help elevate leaders through play and thinking about how can you transform your middle managers? What are the skills they need to better train and develop the employees below them or that are reporting to them or peers? How do you develop and work with peers? And then also thinking, how do you manage up or manage the expectations as you sit in the middle? And when you think about the work that middle managers do, they are critical for the actual communication across the firm, identifying opportunities that can build and grow the organization. So, really thinking about cross functional opportunities. Let's see if Veronica's audio, add her back to the stage. And I cannot hear you right now. Let me just make sure that my audio is up. Try again. No, 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 no. So you're able to speak, but you're not able to speak. Let's see if anyone in private chat, your microphone is not working. Yeah, I do not hear anything. What are some of our options for today? You're not going to type everything in the chat. And we're not going to do it that way where you're moving. And let's see, for the audio checks, let's see if there's another way to get you set up. Yes, we have a few people online anxious and eagerly waiting to hear hear you. Let's see what we can do here on our side. Let me see if there's another way to pull you in. Yeah, so with StreamYard, the key here is for you to be able to come through on this link. And which browser, if you want to chat me, what browser window or browser are you using? Uh, Let's see if it can do an audio check while you're in app. Yeah, settings, audio. I'm using my default microphone. Maybe you can select a different. Um, So for anyone still listening, I would while Veronica works on setting up her audio, I can share a little bit about this conference for small business owners, medium-sized or large business owners that are looking to work with procurement officers at large firms. The NMSDC, which is National Minority Supplier Diversity Council, has local chapters across the United States. I am a member of the New York and New Jersey council, and I recently got certified. It's been a year. This is my first time attending the conference as a certified business. And what you will find is that companies that have made a commitment to increasing their supplier diversity and procurement process, um, they are here, and the procurement officers are here identifying some of the needs that they have as a business, but with a real intention of looking at diversifying the supplier pipeline. And why does this matter? It matters because when you look at the way in which companies are able to service other businesses, you want a wide variety. And in this way, many suppliers have not been identified. And this market and this entity, this council, um, focuses on helping to amplify the visibility of companies that would have not been visible to others. So, in the short and easy way of saying this, if you are a service provider, how would you get in front of a Fortune 500 company if you don't have a relationship or you're not working with them? And so in this case, companies have come together and identified these are the things that we're recruiting for, and this is how we're building our pipeline so that if we have an opportunity and we want to level the playing field and give all companies an opportunity to get access, not just solely by the fact that I know someone or that I've been doing this work for 40 years, but more so that I have the opportunity to showcase my work. Here is a way to do that. And in addition to that, if you look at companies like PSEG Long Island, they are also procuring services and working with small businesses that are diverse. And the goal and the way in which they do that is by first canvassing the network to see who is doing this work, who is doing it well, who has the potential to support and provide and deliver the services we're looking for. And if they can't do all of the work, who can we subcontract or partner them with so that they can grow their firm? And so when you think about access and opportunity, it is about leveling or giving more visibility and access. All right, let's see, Veronica. Your mouth is moving and I still don't hear anything. Oh my goodness. So for everyone listening, I know that you were looking. Oh, thank you for the congratulations in the comment, Ronald D. Robinson. We are here trying to leverage the best of technology. All right, so let's do the tech check. We tried Chrome. Yes, we tried giving permission. We tried giving permission on Safari or Firefox or one of the other browsers. Um, the only other thing I can think of is if you go to settings. I'm not sure what your um, interface looks like for this application. But if we go to settings, and to think I was concerned that I was going to have Wi-Fi, and I've now traveled in the middle of Georgia Conference Center. I'm somewhere in the basement. No one knows that I'm here. So for everyone, wellness check, make sure that I'm okay. But if you go to settings, there should be an area that says audio, and it should allow you to choose your speaker. I'm not sure. Are you using a Mac or an iPad or a PC? Okay, so while she does that, I will tell you what I'm very excited about while being here at the NMSDC conference, connecting with people that you see on emails or you see their email address and you cannot put a face to the name. So, for example, one of my ideal targets might be, uh, let's say, Marriott hotels. Why do I say Marriott hotels? Because they have a series of properties that I have used in the past for events and that I would continue to use because it offers hotel and golf. And when I do leadership development or executive retreats, I'm looking for properties that have an all-in-one option and allow me to minimize the amount of planning and effort required to help facilitate their retreats. And having partners like that is critical for the growth and the success of my business. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. And as you're planning out your business and scaling, you want to have partners. So a partner like PSEG, you can try now. Let's hear. You can. I cannot hear you. So everyone, we are not going to be able to do the conversation. Do you want to try on the phone? Alrighty, hold on 1 minute. Let me see if I've not. This is all about being versatile and trying to figure out other ways to deliver the services. I am looking at the StreamYard support model, joining the broadcast. Let's see if there are other ways for you to join. Yeah, there is an app on your phone that you can download. If you want to do that, I can give you that and we can try, with the next 15 or 20 minutes if people are willing to stay on. Otherwise, I would say, yes, I would say go to StreamYard guest and download that app. And then you can join the studio as a guest that way and just click on the link that I've shared with you with the ID number. Is that something that you would be able to try? Okay, excellent. So while she's doing that, I will continue my conversation on the NMSDC for those that have not gotten certified or that are thinking about getting certified. It is a good opportunity to build relationships. I think that being that it's my first year, it's an interesting journey about an opportunity to be very intentional and focused on who are the ideal partners that would allow me to scale. And I don't have specifically a brick and mortar, but one day I may. And if I decide to have a brick and mortar in Long Island, then I know who the partner and the contact is in this space. And I say partner and contact interchangeably because that person is your point of contact and can be for directing you to the resources needed to help you better understand how to make it a streamlined process. So for example, what are all of the documents you need to open a new power line, or to start service for your business? And what does that look like? And some of the programming that Veronica will talk about, hopefully when we get her all connected, is really around the fact that PSEG Long Island offers grants to help offset the cost of your electric expenses for that first year of business, up to $10,000. That was a program they were running. She'll confirm whether or not this is still current. And during the summer, they were running a program to help incentivize businesses setting up outdoor spaces, which reduces the use of energy and electric by allowing you to just be outdoors and use lighting and different things that are natural, like natural lighting if you're outside in the daylight. When you think about how do you work with organizations and entities like a PSEG, it is by starting with if you want to work with them, who are the point of contacts to work with small businesses. And if you want to supply for them, you're going to try now. All right, everyone, fingers crossed. Otherwise, it's me. And then we will find out that I've been the problem all along. And that is what tech support looks like sometimes. So let's add her to the stage and see if her voice comes with her. Look at there. And now it's echoing. So I would say
I turned off one of them.
Okay.
Is this better?
This is better. So now we will be removing you from the other one and we'll keep you on camera there. There we go. Welcome to Technology 101, everyone. When we troubleshoot and we're able to still smile and not be stressed out about the fact that the tech is not working the way we want. And the irony is that we both have project management certifications and have spent most of our career
and a technical background.
Right. I spent most of my time troubleshooting, so I do not get flustered in these moments, and nor do I blame the technology. I just blame the fact that things happen. Anyway, here we are. Welcome, everyone. Thank you.
Here we are.
And we will run as long as we need to. For those that need to drop off, I understand. For the conference, I will figure it out. And unless I get evicted from this conference room that I've commandeered and then moved other equipment in. So it's a whole nother conversation. Here we are. So now, Veronica, give everyone the bio of who you are, what you do, and how you support businesses.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, LJ. And thank you to the listeners for your patience. I am Veronica Isaac, and I work for PSEG Long Island. I am the manager of customer and community partnerships. I have a 29-year utility background, but right now my concentration is on small to medium businesses. And as LJ outlined, with my economic development team, along with my business customer advocate team, we strive to make sure that small to medium businesses have access to incentives, grants, and other programs and services offered by PSEG Long Island that we affectionately have coined as Business First, because we try to make sure that small to medium businesses have personalized support and information that can help their businesses thrive here on Long Island. So I think, LJ, you did a fantastic job summarizing some of our great perks, which is one of our programs, which is coined Vacant Space. So with vacant spaces, we try to target our main street locations all across Long Island, in your neighborhood, in my neighborhood. If there is a vacant space that a small to medium business decides to occupy, if that space has been empty for a year or more, when you decide to move into that space, renovate it, occupy it, we will offset that first year's cost of your energy demand charges. And that is up to $10,000 of electric energy use. As a small to medium business owner, it's one less bill that you have to worry about, and it allows you to reinvest those funds towards other means or other products and services to really help your business grow that first year. Another thing, if you notice, I mentioned renovation. Sometimes these vacant spaces require a renovation project. We offer the revitalization program, which is a two-tier incentive program. And it's two-tier because we do take into account the amount that you are investing on the capital side to renovate that particular space. If your expenditures, you have two qualifications. Tier one is up to $25,000, and that is $25,000 that goes back to you as the business owner for whatever your renovation project is. And tier two is up to $100,000. Now, the difference between the two tiers is the fact that with tier two, you're also receiving an incentive from another organization and or grant from another company or organization. In this case, I would say we can reference National Grid, because they offer grants and incentives as well. So if you're doing a major renovation project and you're getting a grant from National Grid, that qualifies you for a tier two grant, which gets you up to $100,000.
So let's
And
take a step back. Wait, let's take a
Mhm.
step back, because I mean, you've just shared a wealth of information. So first, if I am a business owner thinking about opening a space and I identify a vacant space, what is the criteria for that vacancy? Like, what for that 1 year of vacancy, does it mean that no one's been paying rent, or does it mean that it's just been abandoned? What is the definition of
That is
vacant?
an excellent question, LJ, and I'm glad you're raising that, because that is always something that we have to clarify for people. So it is vacant space is defined as an empty building. Nothing is being paid because it's not in use at all. It's the eyesore on the block. It's that one building where there's no one living in it. If there was no bill, there's no service. And you, as a business owner, you're trying to identify a brick and mortar spot. You're looking at that location and you're saying, I want to move in there. I want to improve my neighborhood, improve this block, and bring business back to this area, renovating this space.
Okay.
So, one, by default, you should definitely apply for the Main Street Revitalization grant, because no matter what, you're going to spend money to renovate that space. We do not know the conditions, which is why we like to get in from the beginning. And this is where the project and my team really become your direct point of contact, because we're going to do a multitude of things. So, first and foremost, Main Street Revitalization. That's going to be your grant option, because the vacant space has been empty for a significant amount of time, which we have defined as being 12 months or more. You're going to get a kickback for the vacant space program, where we're going to cover that first year of services. But now, on top of that, because you are connecting with us from day one, a member of my team is going to assess the work that you're doing. And first and foremost, the low hanging fruit, energy efficiency. What can we do to recommend energy efficient products and appliances that will best serve the space you're renovating? We're going to connect you with energy efficiency. They're going to assess what you're doing. Not only are we going to pinpoint what we think will best serve you from an energy efficiency perspective, but we're also going to give you recommendations for the contractors to do the work for you so that you know you're working with credible resources who are using the correct materials to ensure that you are getting the energy efficiency that we explained to you, that we promised. So this way you are in solid hands. You do not have to do the legwork of trying to figure what type of lighting should I do. We're taking all the guesswork out. We're trying to help you as a small medium business owner because over the years we've the crime and understand the needs of this community. Trying
Oh,
to
hold
make
on,
their
wait
lives
one second.
better.
Your phone
Oh,
is breaking.
oh,
Your phone is breaking up a little bit. Um, so it broke up a little bit on the last thing you just said. So if you could just repeat.
okay.
Um, hold on, you are frozen. And the only reason I know you're frozen, the irony is the double technology for me, because I kept your camera on from the other camera, so I see it in the bottom. So I see that that is still
Okay.
moving, but the phone is not. So for everyone listening, that's a double backup situation right now where we're trying to maintain it. But the phone paused for a moment while you were sharing some of the strategies. So I don't know if it is showing pause on your side.
On my phone, I've been moving fluid.
Okay.
On my laptop, I too kept it up. I can see it's a little bit of a delay.
Okay, so if you could just go back and restate some of the points that you were making around. So you
Okay.
said the partnership, you said qualified electrician. So you're literally offsetting or easing the project
Yes.
management burden that a company would be facing. It,
Perfectly stated. Yes.
yeah,
We
and
are
it's
easing that burden of trying to identify what to purchase as far as appliances or equipment for your space. And we're removing the headache of trying to identify who should I use to do it.
yeah, and what brings it up to code? Because if it's a vacant building, then the concern is that you're not going to actually be able to meet the demands and the need of whatever your technology is going to be.
Which is why we try to be there from day one to assess the plans, the drawings. We work with your project team to ensure that our architect, they're responsible for making sure the building is up to code and doing that aspect of it. But when it
Okay.
comes to what goes into the building, we are helping you with that, supplying you with the vendors who will do the work. We have trade allies, and so a big pitch out there. We actually have an energy efficiency conference that's up on out here on Long Island. I believe it is at the Hilton. I can share that flyer with you, LJ, and you can, circulate it amongst your network. But at that particular conference, we're going to have small to medium businesses present. We're going to be speaking about energy efficiency products, and all parties are welcome to come and engage at this conference because it is information that is handy across the spectrum from commercial, including residential sometimes, because we all have lights, we all need HVAC, we need heat. So the equipment and products that are being mentioned are something that really impact us all, but that is coming up. So if you are a commercial entity or you're looking for a commercial vendor or anyone to do some work, we are offering that at the conference.
And
But
it sounds like, wait, before it sounds like even if you're not in Long Island, there is information that could be beneficial to you as it
absolutely,
sounds like if you have a brick and mortar or you're thinking about opening a brick and mortar, it sounds like PSEG is also offering best practices that are valuable for anyone that has a brick and mortar location, no
that
matter
is
where they
correct.
are.
That is correct. This is information that is applicable to all. And everyone is welcome to come out. It is an annual conference that we offer, and it is coming up on November 7th.
Okay, so an annual conference. So what we will do is I will put
Mhm.
that in the notes, and I will also share any links or flyers that you may have for people to pre-register and attend this conference. The question that we did not even get, so you started to talk about the base. So I don't want us to. There's so much. There's
Lose
such a
track,
wealth of
right? There's
right.
so
There's
much
such a wealth.
information. This is
Yeah.
why I was so excited to do your program, because there's a wealth of information that we've been around, we've been trying to push it out, but for whatever reason, it has not cascaded out to the degree that we need it to be. But now we're using platforms like yours, along with social media, and we're actually hitting the ground, trying to get out there in person, giving speaking engagements and informing the businesses more direct and in your face. We're now trying to do as much of the, I call it the boom boom, giving all this information out so that, they can take advantage of it. The money is
Yeah.
there. And speaking of that, you know, I mentioned that we recommend the products. I mentioned that we provide a list of credible vendors and contractors to do the work, but we also give guidance regarding helping you afford your renovations. We have, and similar, you mentioned this at the beginning, partnerships, alliances. We work with Empire, which is New York State. New York State offers funding to small to medium businesses. They offer loans at an APR that competes with the banks. So let's say you're a small to medium business and you need a $100,000 loan. The bank gives you a loan at 8%. Empire has guaranteed to give it to you for a reduced rate. And right now, Long Island does not fully take advantage of those funds that are readily available. Here's another date that I will share with you that comes up annually as well. We offer at PSEG Long Island an annual procurement conference where representatives from Empire, along with other financial agencies, come out and we speak about the funding that they offer, the opportunities that are available. And then for those of you who are looking to partner and ally with PSEG Long Island, we offer information on how to become an MWBE and serve as a partner with major corporations.
Yeah, so you're really the pathway to connect a lot of these vendors and
Yes.
suppliers, it sounds like, as well, with
Yes.
your network. But let me just take a step back.
Okay.
This is not just for people that are starting their business. Can you speak more about the way that your program supports existing businesses and entities that already may have a brick and mortar?
Excellent. Excellent, LJ. So for those of you who already have an existing brick and mortar presence and you're looking to bring in more business, we work with you as well with a program that we have labeled Thrive. And that's, as the name states, we want to see you thrive. So we're offering funding through the local chambers, the chambers of commerce, which we have representation across all of Long Island with the chambers. We're encouraging businesses to, one, be a member of their local chambers. And for the chambers, we have allocated $10,000 to each chamber to help support businesses that are existing, do outdoor beautification projects that will help drive customers to their local shops. So if you're looking to place a bench in front of your storefront, or you're looking to add signage, or you're looking to place floral arrangements that beautify and attract business to your storefront, we help cover that.
Wow.
We we really encourage businesses to think outside the box. We don't want you to come to us saying, oh, I want to buy a can of paint. No, we're not here for that. We want to cover the stuff that's really going to attract people and customers to your storefront, where they can say, oh, I want to go to LJ's shop. I can see that beautiful storefront. We want to help make, we're the makeup.
Yeah,
We
I
want to
mean,
put that
everyone wants to take
makeup
a
on the
selfie.
face.
Everyone wants to take a selfie. So give us a place and a space. Give us a,
Exactly.
a floral wall, or give us something that we can come to your venue, eat your lovely cupcake, cookies,
Exactly.
flowered
Take a
pizza.
selfie, post it, and you get some extra marketing for your venue. And that's another area that we support, LJ. For every small to medium business that participates in our program, we offer 2 years worth of marketing
Wow.
where we will use the photos of your before and after. We will reference it in our presentations. We offer social media perks where you mention us, guess what? We're going to mention you because we want to make sure that people see that you're active in the community, see that you're taking advantage of the programs that we're offering, and we want to make sure that we get your name out there because at the end of the day, and we say this over and over, small to medium businesses are the backbone of Long Island.
Yeah.
And we want Long Island to be strong. And at PSEG Long Island, we are trying to make sure you have all the tools to make that happen.
Wow. Tell us, and so you've spoken of these programs. Tell us where does someone get started? Do they slide into your DM? What are they doing? How are they
No,
engaging with
that
you?
that is fantastic. So, how do people get started? You can start by visiting our website at psegLongIsland.com/business first. Or you can go straight to our corporate website, psglongisland.com, and go into the communities section of that website. All the links will float right back to all of the programs that I mentioned here: Main Street Revitalization, Thrive, Vacant Space, along with a wealth of other information that's available from energy efficiency to understanding our electric vehicle program. There's so much information, LJ, that's out there, which is why I will even give my email address. Let's see how many of your listeners are really listening and are really interested in doing something. Email me my name and email address, Veronica Isaac, Veronica, Veronica .isaac at pseg.com. If you have a project, if you have a plan, if you have a question, email me direct and I will make sure that someone from my team reaches out to you. And I will share my business customer advocates. They do in person consultation and conversation. And we cover the entire island of Long Island. So you will definitely have a follow up. And I will say it again, my email address, veronica.isaac at pseg.com. And that's Isaac, ISAAC. So they can email me direct. As a courtesy to you, LJ, I am giving my information so they can reach out to me direct.
And that does not mean that she's helping you with your bill. So do not ask her about bill questions. Do not ask her about meter readings. Do not ask her about those things. It's about building your business and expanding it and really thinking, how can you partner with PSEG Long Island and really think about reimagining what it means to bring people into your store, what it means to raise awareness and visibility by partnering with PSEG Long Island, and really thinking, how can I build a business that will last in perpetuity or for the time that you want it to? I think that
Exactly.
longevity is probably the bigger question. And how do you manage it? Now,
Exactly.
my question, what does success look like for you? Like, what are you excited about? What's coming up, or what things
Uh,
do you get excited about?
well, I can tell you what brings me excitement. We have introduced Business First, which I mentioned represents all the products and services that impact small to medium businesses. But what brings a smile to my face is that I am hearing from small to medium business owners that we have challenges on a bilingual front. We have many business owners where English is not their dominant language, where they have questions about what some of the information we provide means. And what we started this year, and we just had our session on September 18th, we had our first multilingual series where the information that we provided was readily available for translation on site. And the first language that we have been tackling is Spanish because it's the #1 spoken language on Long Island. We have our top 5, and Spanish was #1. And how we're getting this information, we have a fantastic marketing group where we have been issuing emails to our customers with a translation request box. So, LJ, our information is going out via email where the customer can now click within the email, translate into my preferred language. And
Wow.
the email advertisement is automatically translated into the language of their choice. I don't know a lot of businesses that are doing that, but at PSEG Long Island, we are, because we listen and we care. And using that insight of information has helped steer my team with how we're presenting the information and which language we're focusing on first, which is why Spanish has been the first one that we've tackled. And we had over 100 guests that came out on September 18th to our first Business First workshop. And we will be doing another in March of 2025. And we are going to go to our most western point of service area, which is the Rockaways.
Ah,
So we are coming, and we will be on site again, tapping into our programs and offering it in a multilingual series. And we are so excited about that because it's never been done before, and we're making it happen.
that is very exciting. And the Rockaways are also a very underserved area. Not on
Correct.
purpose, but it's just, I don't know, the train lines like the last stop. Just
Exactly.
so many different things. Is it Queens? Is it not Queens? Like it's just there's
Exactly.
so many
They,
challenges. It's
they,
an
they
identity
are the
issue.
forgotten zone.
Yeah.
And so we want to say, you're home, and we are coming, and we
Yeah.
will be there March 2025.
Excellent. And I'm sure that there are a lot of businesses in that area that can benefit from some of the programming that you're referring to. I think
Yes.
that one of the challenges that business owners face is that maybe they don't own their brick and mortar. And so the question is always around, if I improve this, will the rent go up? And how can I better manage that? So those are conversations they need to have with their attorney, probably, maybe
Yes.
with PSEG if you've had case studies. But are there any scenarios that or best practices that you think someone should consider as they work on this vacancy identification or this venue identification process?
Well, that is a great question. And again, this goes back to looping us in early. If someone is having difficulty explaining something, like you mentioned, if they are renting the space and the owner needs convincing, my business customer advocates are more than willing to go out there and support and explain the conditions or the circumstances to the business owner to really help them understand that we're helping you. At the end of the day, regardless of who is in your space, having a strong structure with equipment that is in place, not only up to code, but also energy efficient, helps you for when, let's say, for instance, that your renters move out and another group moves in. No matter what, if you end up picking the cost, one, if you're part of the program, your electric use is covered for that first year, regardless of whether someone's in there or not. And then whoever does move in, they will have energy efficient equipment, and you yourself will have business that's being generated coming to that space. So no matter what, income and earnings is happening not only for you, but for the business or renter that is in that space. So it's a win-win for the owner, it's a win-win for the renter, and it's a win-win for the neighborhood because something is moving into that space that is giving back to the community. I have witnessed so many first-time business owners occupy their space, living their dream. There is a woman who holds a special space in my heart. Her husband passed away, and she decided to fulfill her dream of opening up a crafts and pottery space. We helped her do that,
Wow.
and she is out on the East End. I don't know if I can say the name. I guess I
I mean, if you want to say it, I don't. It's true. Free marketing. PSEG has made this possible. I don't have any issue with you saying it.
Well, I have to pull it up because I don't want to misquote it. But I will just say she's out in the East End and she is living her dream thanks to the funding that we helped provide her. And we gave her $25,000. And I believe it's called the Silver Pottery Shop. And it's out in Rocky Point, Long Island. Fantastic story. This woman is so happy that we helped fulfill her dream. And not only that, but we also brought pottery and crafts to her local neighborhood that locals can now come there. Businesses can do team building exercises. And the space that was there, it was a mechanic shop that was converted.
Wow. Wow. What a story. And I think that even just having those testimonials or having those scenarios where you can really explain the journey, because that's a
Yes.
difficult journey as well. Through loss, she's able to persevere and still really push forward and build out the thing that she wants. And you don't look, and I think that that's one of the things that for anyone listening, the space that you are thinking about may not look the way you want it to look in the future. It's about using your imagination and knowing that a partner can help you get there.
And understanding that it's possible.
Yeah.
Don't go into a space saying, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, there's no help. You can. You can do it. The funding is out there. The opportunities are out there. You just need a partnership. You need an ally. You need someone who is in your corner to support you. And that is something that PSEG Long Island offers. We have business customer advocates that are there to help bring this information to you so you know what we're speaking about, you know what we're offering, and you know about other entities that are offering similar things. Because together, we want to see you thrive.
Yeah, and I can imagine that you have a wealth of individuals that can serve as mentors or just, advisors in the process because they've gone through it and they
Exactly.
understand. I think that the challenge that PSEG will face and that anyone will face is that the business owners are in their business and not necessarily working on their business. So this is your call to action to think about how are you going to scale and grow your business and work on it and help it grow and
Yes.
not just be, delivering the cookies or delivering the services. I am speaking and preaching to myself because I need to do the same, but I'm here at a conference to work on my business and not in it. But the reality is that is one of the bigger challenges that many business owners face.
Yes.
Um, so here we are, we're a little bit over, we're about 15 minutes over, but we do have 30 minutes of great content. I'd like to ask, are there any things, so I put your email in the chat. We'll put it in the show notes, and then we'll also share the dates of the upcoming events that you have. But are there any words that you'd like to share with the people listening and knowing that this will be available for them to listen at a later time on YouTube that they should be thinking of, or just as we're ending the fourth quarter. So what are the things that maybe they could be doing now to prepare for a strong 2025?
Well, I think what we can do is one, start mapping out your plans. Identify what it is you're looking to do. Um, if you have a location in place, identify what phase you're in and reach out to us to start having the conversations. For 2025, we will be introducing new programs. So my request, LJ, is to have me come back. I
Okay.
want to come back in 2025 to showcase one, our new programs, to kick off the new year, to outline what's available, and to also remind people of the upcoming Business First conference in March 2025.
That is a plan. You've got it. And maybe we can talk about one of the case studies that is your favorite or one of the scenarios that
Yes,
were like
we
the
can definitely do that. We'll have that lined up. Absolutely.
excellent, excellent. Well, thank you, Veronica, for your time today. It's been great having you on, and we will thank you for joining us on any given Monday, and we'll be in
Thank
touch.
you. Thank you, LJ. Thank you all. Have
Have
a
a good
great
one.
day.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.